What's up, y'all? You're watching Brooklyn Shuffleboard, and you're about to watch the finals of the New York Shuffleboard Association Q4 Mini Knockout Tournament. This is the advanced bracket. We had 24 of the best shuffleboard players in Brooklyn playing in a single elimination tournament. Win a 16-frame game, and you move on. Lose, and you're out. And here in the finals, we have Amelia, who is a league veteran who plays on Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em. She's also the president of the New York State Shuffleboard Association, and she's going up against Abby, who is a newer player, only joined in 2022, but has gotten really good really quickly, and is also one of the most fun people to hang out with here at the Palms. I'm feeling a little bit exhausted. I had a long day at work. I'm gonna drink this delicious Doris Henke espresso martini, talk some shuffleboard strategy with y'all, and it's gonna be a fun one. All right, we're about to get this thing going. Frame 1 of 16. New York Shuffleboard Association Q4 Mini Knockout Bracket. Winner of this gets $150. I'm really, really excited. All right, so Abby already kind of in the first shot of the game kind of made a little bit of a mistake there. She was, all right. So she was trying to throw a safe beat, and there's some weird drift on this court. It curved right a little. Amelia could have gone down the alley, but, frame 1, you're kind of nervous. It's the finals. You've only taken 4 warm shots. I very much can see why maybe she didn't take that Tampa hide and try to score on the left. Abby puts up another block. It's a little bit further to the left, but it's not as far left as she wants it. And this time, yeah, exactly what I called. Amelia goes for the hide. But similar to how Abby's curved right, Amelia's kind of curved right too. Abby on yellow, Amelia on black, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to say that. And the format of this thing real quick. Oh, actually, no format. Abby looks like she's going down the alley here. She's either going down the alley or bumping it, which I kind of like. Let's go. Get it. Really, really nice shot. Wow. Nasty hide number 1. We're like four shots in, and we already have a nasty hide. This is going to be a good episode. So, yeah, Abby doesn't have the hammer. Amelia has the last shot. So if you don't have the hammer and you have an opportunity to hide on the court, definitely go for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the first frame, so maybe you want to play a little bit more defensive. But the only way you're going to win this is if you steal hammers, and the only way you steal hammers is by taking hides where they come. Amelia, unfortunately, whiffs to the left there. I think she's probably trying to clear out the front one or combo it or something like that, but definitely whiff left. And now Abby has sort of a tough decision with her last disc. Does she try to hide again, or does she just block up the left side? She's going to block up the left side, which I think is the right move. You already have that 7 on the right in the bank. Just make Amelia's hammer hard. And that's a really nice block. It forces Amelia to go down the left side again. We already saw that drift to the right, that hard drift, where she clipped the block up front. All right, so hammer time. Let's get it. And it curves right again, and it clips the block again. So really great frame from Abby in frame 1, scoring 7 on Amelia's hammer. And that's you're feeling good at that point. If you steal a hammer on first frame, you're like, all right, I had one hide opportunity. I got it. I'm 100% on my hide opportunities. You feel like you're probably rolling a little bit. You feel good. You're like, all right, just make these next 2 hammers on the next 2 frames, and I have myself a 20-plus point lead. All right, Amelia's shot comes up short of the lag line, so that gets removed. Not the end of the world. And then Abby, some people throw away here because they just want to protect the hammer. Abby doesn't strike me as that kind of player. I think she's going to either go on the board or put up a block for herself, which she does. She puts up a St. Pete on the left. It's kind of a little deeper than she wants, but still something that she can maybe work with, hide behind, or bump in if the opportunity comes up. Still kind of clogs the board a little bit for her, so it's interesting. And, yeah, Amelia can't get it clear. So this is sort of what I was saying. It's if Abby's earlier yellow was a little bit higher, kind of like the distance of the tip of the 10 is where you want a picture-perfect pilot block, like a St. Pete, she would have more space to hide behind. Because right now, if she goes cross-court and she makes an 8, there's no way she's going to hide an 8. So she has to aim for the kind of corner 7, and as soon as you start aiming for 7s, you run the risk of overshooting and kitchening yourself. That's pretty good, though. I mean, that's not totally hidden, but that's like a quarter hidden. But definitely you could see a situation where someone misses a teeny bit and clips the block. Amelia does not do that, though. She gets to it. Really, really nice shot from Amelia. Clears it out. And Abby's probably going to do the same thing again. Go for that cross court. Maybe try to get a little bit further to her right, camera left. And maybe get a little bit harder so it's in the 7. Doesn't get it. Yeah, definitely kind of the same speed as last time, a little bit softer, and definitely way, way too far to the left, and it clipped the block. So yeah, but really no harm done. She's still going to have a pretty open hammer, even if Amelia chooses to block one side. Yeah, so Amelia blocks the right side, maybe going for the high 8. Definitely high 8 speed, just on that sideline. And then Abby gets to take the exact same line she just took twice, cross court 8, to get the hammy and take this lead to double digits. All right, she lines it up. Looks pretty good. And she gets it right in there. I love it. Clearing the board, scoring the hammer. Not really clearing the board, just clutch hammer. That's all it is. Clutch hammer, nasty shot. And after 2, it is 15 yellow, 0 black. I'm just going to write that down so I don't forget. 15 yellow, 0 black. All right, third frame. So black's out again. At the palms here, we do yellow, black, black, yellow in terms of the order of who goes first. So yeah, Abby gets 2 hammers in a row. This is the second one. And like I said, if she could keep it clear and score the hammer, she's going to be up 20-something after 3. Amelia throwing up a very, very nice Tampa block. Abby has nowhere to hide behind that. So she's probably going to clear this thing off. Shoots it hard and whiffs it. Wow. So, yeah, a hide opportunity again. I love hides. My favorite part of shuffleboard, making hides. I really want to see Amelia get this. Oh, let's go. Oh, she hits the 7-8 line. Oh, I hate that. Honestly, though, she's got to feel pretty good with that, because even though she missed it, because she took that line twice before in the first frame, and she missed both of them to the right. So her, even though she hit the line, it shows that she now has a command of the drift. She learned from those 2 prior shots and has been able to adjust. But Abby does a good job of blocking it off. The only thing, though, is she's kind of blocking it off even though it's her own hammer. So this board is starting to get complicated. Amelia's probably going to bump that black one in. Doesn't get the bump. But yeah, she is still a lot of stuff on the board for Abby's hammer here. Oh, this is kind of a tricky one. I don't really know what you do. You maybe clear the one on the right off because you don't want Amelia to go cross court. Or you try to play aggressive and maybe go on the board, put an 8 on the left, and hope that it's hidden well enough. Oh, this is interesting. Let's see what she decides to do here. All right, shoots it nice and cross court, pretty hard. Ooh, all right, I know what she was doing. She was going for the kitchen. She was trying to hit that disc on the 7-8 line into the kitchen, but her disc hook left. Clipped the block up front, and now Amelia has a chance to bump that black disc on the left into the 7, or snuggle an 8 in front of it. Let's go. Really nice shot. Dope. That is a dope shot. We're going to get a call if that's 1 or 2. That's just 1. So that's just the yellow 7. Abby's taking a look at it, though, just to kind of survey the situation, formulate a game plan here. Yeah, I think this is going to be not an easy hammer. You know, as soon as the board starts getting cluttered up, you have a situation where keeping it clear, score the hammer, it's easy. This is not an easy one. She does have a line from the yellow outside, maybe the middle of the yellow area too, right at that 7 disc, where she could get rid of that 7 and she could potentially kitchen it or just stick the score. The problem is she just kind of took this line and missed left pretty hard, so this is not going to be an easy shot. See if she could adjust to the drift here. All right, looks pretty good. Oh, she gets it. That is so nasty. That is a very, very hard shot. Did not go kitchen speed, which I love. The harder you shoot it, the less the drift affects the disc. For all the new players out there, definitely remember that. You try to put your opponent in the kitchen, you're throwing soft discs, they're going to move left and right a lot. If you want to clear and replace the disc and you don't need the kitchen, just drill it straight down at the center of the disc, and she gets a really hard, really nice hammer and takes this lead to 22 points. 22 yellow, 0 black going into the 4th frame. But it's not like panic time yet for Amelia because she does have this extra hammer here in the 4th frame. She has one extra hammer, one additional hammer at this point in the game, at this frame. So yeah, she doesn't have to like really start playing kitchen game, but she's choosing to. Some people do. Ooh, look at that nasty little hook to the right. Some people do. They're like, all right, as soon as I'm down 20-something points, I know Eric Hamann is all about that. As soon as you're down 20-something points, you're like, let me start playing the kitchen game. I got to get back in this game real quick. I kind of like grinding it out. I like score these 2 hammers, suddenly you're only down 8, and then play the kitchen game. I prefer playing the kitchen game when I don't have the hammer. I don't know. I feel like whenever I do it on my hammer, I don't score my hammer, and then I think about it all night long. I'm just kidding. Or am I? All right, Abby's going for the cross-court hide. And get it. That's a really nice shot. Not totally hidden, but enough where she's making black have to make the hard shot. And this will be interesting because she could go for the kitchen, but then the drift might affect it. She's going for the kitchen, and it curves a little bit. She does not get it. Yeah. I was thinking maybe drill it a little bit harder, possibly, but I don't know. It's definitely a hard shot regardless. And this puts Abby in a really good position where a disc just to the left of the tip of the 10, her right, our left, and that 7 is blocked up. And she gets it. That's like, wow, that was really perfect. Oh, man, Amelia is starting to get into a tight spot now. So that 7's in. She has 2 discs left, 1 more before her hammer. She can kind of like blast everything and try to open up her lane to that yellow 7. Yeah, that's what she goes for. Does not get it. And that yellow 7's still blocked up. This is going to be a tough one, you know? Like, Abby blocks to the right of the tip of the 10. And Amelia has to, like, bump that black disc into an 8 across court, which is going to be really hard to do. Or bump her own into the 8. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. And even if she, so what's going through Abby's head right now, she's like, I could block to the right of the tip of the 10 and make Amelia have a really hard hammer shot. But if I do that, she could bump her own in, potentially knock my 7 out. And like, that would be a huge point swing. So I don't know, she might block the bump. Oh, she's blocking the alley. Interesting. That's interesting. All right. So now Amelia's still a hard hammer. It's either bump your own black one up front into points, bump the disc on the right into points, or try to get the inside of that 8, that cross-court 8, and hope that you can avoid the lime. She's going for the bump. She gets the bump. Really nice bump. Awesome. Salvaging the hammer. Did not gain points on her hammer, though, which is like, that's tough because she has to start coming back. But it's no panic. No time to panic yet. This is a 16-frame game. It's not like our 8-frame league night. She has a lot of time to come back. Yeah, really nice clutch hammer shot, though. If she missed that, she would have been in desperation mode. So keeps herself alive. Oh, man, this has been a good one so far. Sometimes you watch people play, and all they're doing is clearing St. Pete's and scoring hammers, and people go on the board, and they're not even trying to kitchen it. Like, that's how I play. Not very entertaining to watch. This is a lot more action on the court, which you gotta love to see. Thanksgiving episode was like that too. If you haven't watched that Thanksgiving episode, Ryan versus Glendon, Ryan coming in as the vet, Glendon coming in as the huge underdog. That was the last one we posted. That was an incredible match. A lot of board play, a lot of really interesting stuff going on. Definitely check that one out if you haven't already. So yeah, Abby is taking a look. I think she's probably seeing if she goes for the kid. I mean, the only thing she could be looking at is if she goes for a kitchen, she keeps an 8. Or actually, you know what she's probably looking at? She's probably looking at if she goes cross court for the hide and misses, can Amelia split that and get a 7 and an 8? I don't know, one of those two things. Yeah, let's see what she goes for. Maybe she is going for that kitchen. Yeah, going for the kitchen and whiffing badly to the right. Yeah, that was, these courts. I always blame the court when people whiff like that, but it is a real thing. They are building giant condo buildings in this neighborhood, and the earth beneath us is rattling between the construction hours of 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and it's been changing the courts. Yeah. Or she just missed. I don't know. Who knows? All right, Abby drilling the 8 hard. Maybe gets the roll to the left. It looks like it's on the 7-8 line. Yeah, it's on the 7-8 line. Yeah, I kind of like that shot, though. Like, hit it hard, get rid of it. Maybe keep yourself in the 8. Maybe you'll be able to roll it a little bit left behind that St. Pete. Definitely a nice attempt there. The only problem with that is Amelia has a cross-court split opportunity, which at this point, she's down 22. I think she needs to go for this thing. Cross-court, split that 7-8 split. Let's go. Let's get it. Or snuggle in front of it. Who knows? Either one works. And she snuggles in front of it. Beautiful. Gotta love it. That is an incredible level of finesse. Really, really nice shot. So now Abby, she can't really try to kitchen anything because she wants to get both those blacks out. She has to kind of blast it. And if she hits it at the wrong angle, that black is going to stay in. Even if she hits it at kind of a weird angle, the black 8 might clip that one on the line and go left and stay in, like ricochet off that yellow on the left and stay in. There's a lot of ways that this shot could play out. I don't know. I love it. This is like an interesting one. She can either go finesse, kind of hit the right edge of it and knock it on the center line. I think you blast it and maybe try to hit the right edge of that black 8. She blasts it, hits the right edge of the black 8, and really, really nice shot. Keeps herself in the 8. Really, really nice shot. Almost left that black disc. See how I called like that black disc flying to the left? That almost stayed in points, but hit it just hard enough where it cleared it. Really, really nice shot. That was like 10 out of 10 shot. And Amelia has a really hard hammer, which she gets. Oh, she rolls it left. Let's go. Let's go. I'm sure that is exactly what she was going for in that moment. That was an incredible, incredible shot. Honestly, that was dope. I like that. All right, so we got 29 yellow, 14 black. Abby's up 15. We are in the 6th frame. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm not really sure what color is like favored on this court. I'm watching these discs move. I'm watching them curve a little bit. It doesn't seem like one person has like a clear advantage right now with the way the courts are moving. Like you saw Amelia, really nice 10 starting it off. Amelia kind of like missing because of the drift down the outside earlier. But then Abby kind of like whiffed a couple too, like that 1-8. So I think when they switch color, it's still going to be like anyone's game. It's not like court 9 where one color, where the entire court drifts in one direction. So like one person can hide behind St. Pete's and the other person just can't because there's so much drift. Yeah, I think this one, it's going to be interesting. All right. Abby going for the kitchen, does not get it. And as a result of not clearing it hard, Amelia has a cross-court block, a cross-court hide opportunity. She has to get in a 7. Oh, that was good. Oh, does not get it. Clipped the block, shot a little hard. That look, it was really good, but then kind of looked like it hooked right a little. Which she did. We did see that earlier, actually, when she was shooting cross-court at the 8. It kind of curved to camera right. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't get it. So now Abby, I don't know, probably clear the yellow. That's what I would do. Just keep it clear, score the hammer. You're already up 15. Try to protect this lead. That disc on the 7-8 line is mighty tempting to kitchen, but I think people who've been around the block know that is not a smart shot to try to kitchen because you miss left or right and you are ending up in the kitchen yourself. But it is pretty tempting. And she's going for it. And she gets it. Oh, my God. Let's go. Nasty kitchen shot. Wow. That was pretty nice. So she has developed kitchen speed in the 6th frame. She knows it. The only concern is those two discs are pretty close together, so you could definitely knock the yellow into the black pretty easily, which she does. Clear herself out. Really, really clutch shot. She needed that. Yeah, really, really nice shot. So yeah, Abby kind of going for that hard kitchen all for nothing because of it. Those discs are so close together. In situations like that, the discs are so close together that it's really easy to clear yourself out using your opponent's disc. Sometimes you even keep your opponent's disc in points, you know? So one of the reasons why people don't really go for kitchens on the 7 kitchen line, don't really advise it, but when you're playing on camera and you want to impress your fans, yeah, you're going to do it. You're going to go for kitchen. You're going to try to make things interesting. Shout out the #1 Abby fan group, Team Body Yaddy Yaddy. All right. I mean, this is like an interesting one if you're Amelia. It's her last disc. She can't really like hide behind anything. She can't. I mean, she could. You know what? There's that black disc on the end, on the back. Like, she could kitchen that yellow disc, and she has a nice backstop there. Is that what she's going for? Oh, she goes to the kitchen but misses it. Comes up too soft. Leaves Abby in the 7, and Abby has a chance to score the hammer here and get a 2-disc hammer frame, which would put her up like 30-something. High 20s. We'll see. All right, shoots it. Looks pretty good, and it curves left on her, kind of like that cross-court high that she had earlier. So scores a 7 on her hammer, though, which is what she wants. Probably not too bummed that she missed the 2 score because she's rolling. She has a nice little lead here, 36-14. Also, shout out Team Stranger Danger, the other #1 Abby fan club. Stranger Danger and Body Yaddy Yaddy Babes, 2 of Abby's teams. She is one of the many people in the league that has a Monday team and a Tuesday team. One night of shuffleboard, not enough for the insatiable thirst for the Royal Palms. Also, the other two, if you're like a viewer from the St. Pete League, you know, our league is like really, really special. But you guys have it really good because each league night you're playing for like 3 hours straight. We have so many people in the league, 700 people in our league basically, and we have 10 courts. Everyone plays like 1 8-frame game, and with a partner, so you're only playing 4 frames. And then if it goes to overtime, you get an extra bonus frame. Not a lot of shuffleboard. That's kind of one of the reasons why we have all these like singles leagues and fun stuff like this that we do to quench the thirst. All right. Going for what appeared to be a kitchen shot and came up way short. So, yeah, this could be interesting. Ooh, that black's in. I was talking about how much I love St. Pete, and I didn't even notice that black 7. Oh, nice shot. All right, Amelia with what is kind of like a snuggle. It's not like right next to it, but it's still a snuggle because if Abby clears it out, it might stay in, ricocheting off that yellow and staying in. And nice shot. All right, shoots it, clears it out sideways, doesn't give her 2 discs. I really like that. All right, and Amelia probably going to do the same thing. It's kind of hard because she can't really kitchen the yellow because her back one disc is in the way, too much risk. And instead she gets the exact same shot. Let's go. That is a nasty shot. It's still not a high, but it's still a nasty shot. Really, really nice from Amelia. All right, let's see if Abby can do the exact same thing. Ooh, maybe not. Oh, no bueno. All right, so she gets rid of the 8, but leaves Amelia an opportunity to split that 7-8 line disc. And on top of that, that 7's in the back. So, and it's like partially hidden. So if Amelia can get this 7-8 split, there are going to be 3 black discs on the board for Abby's hammer, which is like, makes it a really high pressure hammer. All right, let's go. That looks pretty good. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Gets the shot. Nasty shot. Oh, man. The shot making is incredible right now. So, yeah, huge hammer, high pressure hammer from Abby. Does not want to let Amelia back in this game here in the 7th frame. All right, shoots it like kitchen plus speed. All right, gets the 1 out. Yeah, that was solid. She got rid of 1 disc. She kept hers in the scoring position. It's 8 yellow, 14 black for that frame. So Amelia feels good gaining some points on basically stealing Abby's hammer and scoring on it. But not she had 3 discs on. She really wanted to get lucky there and jump back in 1 frame. So we got 22 yellow and we got 50 black, assuming my math is right. All right. This is feeling good. 8th frame. Amelia has a hammer here. I did not do that math right. I'm going to revise my math there. 44 yellow and 28 black. All right, 44 yellow, 28 black. That's going to be right on the top right of your screen. But yeah, I'm shooting from that. I'm recording my commentary from the head this time. Thought I'd switch it up. Also didn't really want to be right in front of the DJ booth. So I can't see the scoreboard. But I think I'm doing a great job, right? If you think I'm doing a great job, leave a comment. Say, Jeff, you're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Need more subscribers. Thank you to my longtime fans, the OGs who have been with me from the very beginning. Just about like a year ago we've been doing this now. It's been a wild ride. It's gotten a lot better. Watch that first video, you will see this whole thing that we're doing used to be way worse. This is a lot better now. All right, Abby going to cross court, trying to hide a 7. Comes up short a little bit, a little bit further to the left than she wanted to maybe, but not too bad. It makes sense to try to play a little aggressive. You don't have the hammer. Try to steal that hammer. Amelia going for probably what was a bump, but there's some wicked drift on the right there. I'm wondering if these players have recognized it, because a lot of those cross-court shots from Amelia, where she's starting at the 4 and she's shooting to the cross-court 8, they've just hooked hard to the right. All right, Abby going for the bump. Oh, that's close. Oh, tell me that's in. Is that in? Oh, baby. Missy Keiko making the call. That's in. That is pretty nasty. Man, incredible shot making right now. That's pretty hidden too. Ooh, not hidden enough. Amelia gets it. Really clutch shot from Amelia. Wow, this has been great. All right, frame 8 before the color change. Abby's last shot without the hammer. Couple options. Go cross court and try to hide it again. But really, you're not really hiding a corner 7 like that. There's no need to be aiming that deep on your hides anyway, because you're trying to protect this lead right now. You're up 16. So, you could say high 8, but you also don't really want to do that, because if you overshoot that, it becomes a deep 8, and Amelia can kitchen it. So I'm probably just blocking the tip of the 10 maybe. But Abby's going for the cross court. Doesn't get it. And Amelia has a wide open board for her hammer. Man, if she gets this, it is going to be a 1-score game, which will be a pretty incredible comeback from being down 22 earlier in the 3rd frame. Let's go. Cool it down. Cool. Sit. Let's go. Gets the hammer. Nice hammer. I love a close match. Yeah, so we got 44 yellow, 35 black, 35, 44, doing some math. And they're going to switch color and get this thing started. I'm going to reset these cameras real quick, and we'll rejoin you in a second. All right, we are back. They have switched colors. Frame 9 of 16 will begin as soon as they take these practice shots. Yeah, practice shots. Let's talk about practice shots. This channel is meant for people trying to get better at shuffleboard, and practice shots are a crucial piece of that. What is the point of practice shots? The point of practice shots is not just to feel out the speed of the court. That's kind of what newer players think. Yeah, that is part of it. Kind of adjust to the speed of the discs that day, because they do change speed across visits, especially if it's raining outside. It's really humid in here. The discs are super slow. But I will argue the main point of the practice shots is to understand what we call the drift of the court. The drift means that the court kind of curves left and right in certain areas. You've definitely heard me talking about it in the first 8 frames when people miss right or miss left really hard. I'm oh, they missed because of the drift. It is impossible to pour a fully flat slab of concrete. The Royal Palms is also on the Gowanus Canal, basically. The ground under us is very marshy and plumy. And there is a condo being built right next door. So there's a lot of banging in the ground happening. There's also a lot of parties here. People are walking on the courts. As a result, the court has all these like leftward curves, rightward curves that are kind of impossible to see to the visible eye. But if you shoot a disc and you're watching its path, you will see the disc curve right or left in different places. If you're used to playing a lot and you aim at an 8 and it hooks left by like 1.5 feet, and then you shoot again at the 8 and it hooks left 1.5 feet, and you shoot again at the 8 and it hooks left 1.5 feet, that's not you missing the left 3 times. That is the curve of the court dragging the disc to the left. The best analogy is golf, where like putting, the greens are all like kind of sloped in different ways. In golf, you can kind of see it. In shuffleboard, you can't see it, but you have practice shots and also observing the disc throughout the match. So yeah, practice shots. The best way to use them, do exactly what Abby just did. Aim for that printed number 8 and watch where the disc goes. You can see she missed to our right by what looks to be a foot. You know, a disc is 6 inches diameter. That looks like she missed by a foot. So if she wants to score on that 8, it means she has to aim a foot over and account for the fact that there is drift on the court. That's really the point, is you want to choose spots on the court to aim at. The 8 on the right, maybe the 8 on the left, maybe the center of the 10. Maybe you want to practice your cross court, you know, aiming for a 7, like you're trying to hide behind a St. Pete. Aim for those spots, really watch the disc as it travels and see where it ends up, and then kind of make this mental map in your head. Remind yourself, all right, if I'm shooting cross court, I need to remember, I need to account for the drift, and that the disc will go 12 inches over from where I think it is. The other thing to remember is that the drift is different depending on where you start in the house. So you could be aiming at that cross court 8 and it'll drift 12 inches to the right, and if you're shooting starting from the outside, and then you start from the inside and you aim at that 8, and it might go straight or it might drift in the opposite direction. It's because all the court, not just where the disc is landing, all the court has these leftwards and rightwards drifts. That includes the area you're shooting from as well. So definitely in your warm-up shots, I'll leave you with this. Choose the 4 shots that you think are going to be most important to you in the match. Probably hiding behind a St. Pete, cross court, going for an 8 or a 7. Maybe hiding behind a Tampa, starting on the outside and going down the alley, aiming for an 8 or a 7. Maybe starting from the middle, aiming for an 8 on your own side. Starting from the middle, aiming for an 8 cross court. Those shots that you think you're most likely to take throughout a match, practice them in your 4 practice shots. Maybe write down or just remember where it's going to drift and how much drift you have to account for. That is my rant about drift and practice shots. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to talk about anything else in this little middle portion, leave a comment or just catch me at the club and tell me what you want to hear about. I'm doing these things for y'all, so let me know what you want. All right, frame 9 has kicked off. Abby playing aggressive from the jump. So that's really interesting. So this is just exactly what happened in frame 1, right? Amelia went for the St. Pete. It curved to the right too far. Abby tried to hide down the alley, just like Amelia did in frame 1, and it curved to the right and clipped the block, so she didn't get the hide, just like what happened to Amelia in frame 1. So this just shows, like, you really got to be paying attention the entire match to, like, not just what your discs are doing, but what your opponent's discs are doing as you create this, like, mental map of the drift. Because in a really tight game, it's sometimes often comes down to just one shot, one frame, like one hide. So you really don't want to just give away a free shot because you weren't really paying attention to what was going on earlier. Yeah, that's another little rant. Oh, man, this is a fun match. All right, cool. So we got 2 discs up left. The board's getting a little clogged up for Abby, who's now playing black, Amelia on yellow. I'm thinking Abby's going to try to bump this black disc into an 8. If she gets it right, she'll have an 8 black disc and a disc up front that she shot blocking it, which would be pretty sweet. And look at that. She gets it. Nasty bump. That is Helen Hunt, as good as it gets. Yeah, that was like 10 out of 10. Doesn't get any better than that. Amelia can't see that 7 because that black disc is in the way. She got the speed perfect in the 8, didn't kitchen herself. And I'm very, very happy that there is some incredible shot making happening on the Brooklyn Shuffleboard YouTube channel. And Amelia's down to her last disc. So this is like a really hard decision. There's nowhere really where that Amelia can hide. So what she could do is block and make the hammer hard, or drill it and try to clear it out with the combo. She opts for the combo. Combo's really, really hard when the discs are that spread out. There was like 3, 6, 7.5 feet between those two discs. It's really hard to combo. It's much easier when they're closer together. So maybe just take the hide and or maybe block it up and try to make her have a hard hammer and hope she misses, maybe. But either way, yeah, really, really, really nice play from Abby. Getting clutch hammer after clutch bump. She is crushing it right now. And we got 35 yellow. And we got, I don't know what I'm doing here. 35 yellow and 58 black. Man, this is the first time I've ever recorded from the head of the court. And I am out. I'm not good at it. Let's just say that. 35-58. I did the math right, but it took forever. All right, Abby throwing up a St. Pete. And just like we saw with that 8 she went for in the warm-up shot, hooks hard right, all the way off the edge of the board. Amelia deciding 7 frames left. I'm down 23. Now is the time to play kitchen game, which is kind of what she did before, right? She was down 22, and she started to play kitchen game. So, yeah, definitely in the camp of down 20 plus, start playing kitchens on your hammers. Team kitchen game. Yeah, Abby drills it hard, which is smart. At this point, 7 frames left. If you're Abby, you're like, I'm just trying to grind out this win. I don't want Amelia to score more than 1 disc on her hammer. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, like, I'm up 23. Even if she scores 2 hammers, I'm still up with extra hammers. So, like, yeah, definitely don't need to play aggressive. Don't really need to go for kitchens. But, hey, we're on the internet right now. Maybe we go for some kitchen shots here. Maybe you follow your heart. Maybe you're a player who's like, Jeff, I don't want to keep it clear. I just want to kitchen everything and be the best at it. And I'm like, all right, cool, do that. That sounds great. That is a very viable path to win. That is one of the reasons why shuffleboard's so amazing. Everyone going to have different strategy. And if you're on, it works. Just watch Glendon winning Thanksgiving, man. Lights out kitchening the entire time, crushing it. All right, Abby kind of kitchen plus speed, leaves herself in the 8, and Amelia down 23 definitely wants to kitchen this. That's why she's on the board. She's on the board for this moment. Looks a little hard. Ooh, looks a little hard, and she whiffs to the right, too. That's really tough. So now Abby just blocks it up, puts that in the bank. That's like definitely the shot. Yeah, just kind of aim for a high 8, come up a little short. You know what I do? And this is exactly what Abby's doing. She's a pro. She's looking at the court from Amelia's side. She's saying, what is the line that Amelia will have to take to clear out that 8? And then we put a disc directly in that line. You're 100% supposed to do that. If you're a good player and you have a score and you're trying to block it up, see the line your opponent has to take, like stand at the center of their shooting area, draw a line through the center of their shooting area to that 8, and just try your best to put a disc in that line to make their hammer really hard. Because that was a pretty great block, right? Amelia has maybe a sliver at it, but not enough where it's easy, and she does not get it. Going cross court 8, maybe for the 10, but comes up on that center line, does not score her hammy. Yeah, so 35, and then Abby scored that 8, right? Let's see if I can do some more math here. 66, 35. Yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm talking about with, like, how do you claw back? I think if you're, like, an intermediate player, and you're like, all right, Jeff, I know about hiding behind St. Pete's. I know about hiding behind Tampa's. I know that I'm supposed to, like, go on the board and play kitchen sometimes. But, like, when you're down 20, 30 points, when you're down 20 points, I'll say, where, like, it's still pretty close. How do you get back in it? And I think you should, like, have an idea as a player ahead of time of how you want to accomplish that. You don't want to like be in the moment and be like, all right, what do I do? So you kind of have to think about like, test it out. Have different strategies when you're just here hanging out, messing around. Have an idea of, do I want to play the kitchen game on my hammer? Do I want to play the kitchen game off hammer? On my first shot, do I want to go on the 8-8 line, or do I want to try throwing deep sevens? Do I just want to throw up St. Pete's and Tampas and hope they stick it? And then just like change sides depending on how well they're clearing. You need to like come up with your strategy in advance. And as mentioned before, I'm all about the play kitchen game when it's not your hammer, and just try to grind out those hammers when it is your hammer, and kind of claw back in it that way. Seems to work well for me because I'm a very good clearer. But I know Paul Assad, the number 2 men's shuffleboard player in the world from the last ISA, he's the opposite. He's like, all right, I'm definitely playing kitchen game on my hammer because I have that last shot. Like, if they have an 8, I'm definitely going for that kitchen. I'm trying to put myself in a position where I can do that. So definitely just try to be a little bit mindful about what you're going to do in that situation and what works well for you. All right, so we got ourselves like a little bit of a clogged up board here, but there's definitely like a lot of potential. Nothing is scoring right now, but there's some things that Amelia can do on her next shot to maybe score 2 discs if Abby doesn't block this up well. You know what I mean? Say Abby does not block this up well, Amelia could bump that disc on the 10-8 line into the 8, score 2, maybe 3 discs. Abby blocked it up real well. That was good. Really nice shot from Abby. Look at this like 4-disc wall of black discs on the right side of the court. Yeah, this is one. I mean, the left side's wide open, so there's nothing really fancy you could do here. You're down a lot, so you don't really want to only score 8 points, but like at some point you got to take what you got, and that is an open left side hammer. Get it, get it. Let's go. Nice hammy. She definitely needed that, and she definitely got that clutch shot, and she's still in this thing down 24 with a lot of shuffleboard left. That's what I'm saying, down 24, a lot of shuffleboard left. Last frame, keep it clear, score your hammer. You're only like down 16 with a lot of shuffleboard left. That's just one kitchen score, and you're good. But yeah, 24. Yellow, black, back, yellow. So Abby has the hammer here. So she's up 24, but she has this extra hammer. So yeah, Amelia going on the board. Very nice. Look at that disc curve. You could just see that disc as it, in its last like 3 feet of its journey, curve to outright. Yeah. The other thing too, this angle that I got going on right here, it's super easy to see the drift that's happening on the court if you watch people shoot. So like if you have a big match coming up, find an episode on that court, just watch it a little bit, maybe take some notes, maybe have a little watch party with your pals, order some pizza, get some beers, watch some Brooklyn Shuffleboard. Support the channel. That is a self-kitchen. Oh, that is so rough. I mean, you're playing the kitchen game. You need to go on the board. You're going to self-kitchen every once in a while. That just happens. Yeah, it's tough. I did get one pro tip from someone in Florida. I forget who it was, where they were like, all right, you're playing the kitchen game. To avoid kitchening yourself, you should not aim for 7s when you're throwing kitchen bait. And when you're going on the board and you hope they stick, you should start with 8s and then kind of aim for the 8-7 line and then aim for a high 7 and start with like a shallow distance and keep like pushing it back and pushing it back. I think it was that black one. That black one? Yeah, it was just the black one. Oh, yeah. All right, really nice block from Abby. This is one where, yeah, that was a dope block. I think Amelia needs the combo shot here. Because if she misses it, hopefully she clears it out. But if she's getting back in this, like, she needs to reverse this. I don't know. No, there's still a lot of match left. Yeah, the combo shot, I don't know. Combo shot's a low percentage shot, but you kind of need to get back in it. But it is a low percentage shot, so maybe don't go for the combo shot. Maybe go on the board on the right. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a tricky one. Because the combo shot, if you get it, it's great. But it's not even going to be blocked up if you leave her in the kitchen. So I'm kind of thinking, And if you clear the black, and she clears the black. If you clear the black, Abby just has another chance to block it up again. So maybe go on the board is the right shot. I actually never know what to do in that situation. That's something that I need to figure out. Is it better just to like clear it and hope they miss the replace? Or is it better to go on the board on the right and hope you can get them in a situation where you can kitchen them? Man, another really nice block from Abby. Wow, she's on fire right now. It's like the little things like that. Like you have a score in or your opponent's in the kitchen and you make those like 100% perfect blocks that wins you games, 100%. Amelia thinks she has an angle down the left to clear the kitchen out. It's going to be tight, though. Oh, that was close. Clips the block up front, and Abby with a hammy down the left side. Doesn't want to overshoot it because she doesn't want to knock Amelia out. So, like, definitely got to be mindful. Go for the 8 here. She's already in the kitchen. The last thing you want is to overshoot it. And looks pretty good. Oh, curls on the center line. Not the end of the world because she's had that kitchen in there. But, yeah, that's a great frame for Abby because she just extends the lead by 10 points. So we got 4 frames left. It is a 34-point game. 34-point game. So now we're in the end game. The thought process for me, kind of like when there's 6 frames left, is when I start thinking about it. There's only 4 in it right now. Is what is the score and how many hammers does my opponent have left? So right now she's up 34, and Amelia has 2 hammers left, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm happy to have Amelia score 2 of those hammers. That's only 16 points, probably maybe 20. And as long as she doesn't score points on my hammer, as long as I'm able to clear everything, even if I miss my hammers, I still win. So that is part of the strategy, is like just whatever I do, I just really don't want to get kitchen, and I really don't want to whiff and have her score 2. And that's why you just got to like blast everything. Keep the board as clear as possible. That's what she was going for there, but she stuck it. But yeah, that's like what you need to do. Can't get the kitchen. Yeah. You're just like, you're in grind mode right now. Grind out this win. Don't go for kitchens. Don't go for hides. Don't even try to block up the board because you just give your opponent an opportunity. Yeah, like that's fine. Amelia has to bump this into a 7 on the very edge of the board, which is a very hard shot. She's so hard she's not even going for it. She's going on the board. Kitchen game. Probably smarter. All right, throws it right at the center. I like moving it around, making it hard for Abby to get a sense of where she needs to aim to clear it perfectly. Also, the center of the board, Abby's shooting disc has to travel further to get off, more likely to stay on the board. And yeah, that's her last disc. That's kitchenable. Yeah, I think you kitchen that black disc. Let's go. I want to see this. I want to see this comeback in the last 4 frames. I love comebacks. Looks pretty good. Let's go. Is that in, baby? That's in. Let's go. Nasty shot. Love it. Bonus would have been keeping her 8 in, which she did not get. But I think that's fine. This is an interesting one because Abby has a line at it, but that disc is all the way in the back of the kitchen. So if she hits it straight on, hers is going to stay there. It's also in this weird edge of the court area that curved to camera left, Abby's right, where when she was going for those hides, the disc was curving camera left. So if she goes for it, it has a chance of like clipping that yellow and maybe even knocking into points. So based on that, I think you just take the open court hammer. Like either side of the court is pretty much wide open in the 8 area. I think you just drill the hammer, take the -2 or 3 point loss for this frame, and still be up 30 plus with 3 frames left. And that looks like that's what she's going for. Yep, smart shot, goes for the 8, drills the 8. I am very. Abby started playing in 2022, and she just took what is a very complex, stressful situation, distilled it to its essence of what is the smartest shot. And not only did she correctly choose the smartest shot, but she nailed the smartest shot. I am loving life right now. I love to see this channel kind of exists for like newer players to start crushing it and beat people that have been playing in the league since 2016 or older. So that's exactly what's going on right now. I'm just really happy. I'm all about this new player renaissance. When this place opened after the COVID, closure, we had like a huge influx of new league players, and they all really fell in love with shuffleboard, and a lot of them are like constantly here hanging out. You know, Abby comes here fairly often, I would say, and they are they're not just getting drunk and playing shuffleboard, they're trying to get really good. And that's exactly what's going on. They're like trying to understand, they're watching these videos, taking notes to everything I'm preaching. They're also just like, when they play and they hang out, they're like, tell me what you were thinking behind that shot to their opponents. And they're trying to like, not just have fun, but get real good at shuffleboard. So I'm like gushing right now. I'm just very impressed with how well Abby's playing, and also like the smart shot selection that she's making. Anyway, so Amelia throws a 10. Abby, let's see if she tries to kitchen it, and then I have to take back everything I just said about smart play. Yeah, she tries to kitchen it. Oh, come on. Leaves her in points. Oh, all right, I take it back. If you're listening to this, Abby, you should have cleared it hard. Yeah, that's not what you want, because like I said, the only way Amelia's getting back in this is if she scores multiple discs in a frame. So, yeah, I think I would have just blasted that. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't look like Amelia blocked that up very well. Abby can shoot from the 4 spot or the 3 spot, just somewhere on the outside, and drill that 7. She doesn't even need to score, you know? She just has to drill it hard and clear it, and the board will be blocked up for Amelia's hammer. All right, let's see what she does here. You know, she just tried to kitchen the last one, so I imagine she's going to try to kitchen this one again. Let's see if she can get it. Yeah, shoots pretty good. Oh, man, that's in. Wow. That is so good. That is so good. So that is a -10 for yellow and a 7 black that are both behind that the blocked up board at the front. This is going to be a tough one. I think Amelia might have a lane in between the yellow and the black where she could drill that yellow, or where she could drill the black 7. Oh, she fit it, but it didn't. But she couldn't get the 7 out. Perfect, nailed it. Excellent job. Cameo by the #1 female shuffleboard player in the world, Missy Keiko. Expertly resetting that disc. If you're watching this and you're in Florida and you're like 10 off, the disc shouldn't have touched the thing. Maybe this isn't the right shuffleboard channel for you. Let's just play some shuffleboard. It kind of went in the exact right spot. It's all good. Not a big deal. We're still having a fun time, and it's pretty much the exact same board as before. Anyway, that's that's like rant number 3. Maybe I should keep like a rant counter for some of these videos. Really nice shot though. Abby doesn't want Amelia to be able to take that same line she just took, so she blocks it up. And this is the beginning of the end. This is like the end of the end, I think, because this is going to be a 17-point frame on Amelia's hammer. Amelia's already down 32. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I guess she got a bump. You know, you're never giving up though, right? So I think you either score all the way on the left side and just try to take this as like an 11-point loss, or you bump that yellow up front into the 7. More likely what I go for. Probably what she went for, does not get it. So that's -10 yellow, 7 black, and it's 22-71. So now we got a 49-point game with 2 frames left. Yeah, this is where I start hitting the Doris Henke a little bit harder. I'm going to take a sip. Shout out Doris Henke, by the way. Doris Henke, the espresso martini named after Doris Henke. Doris Henke is a legend in the shuffleboard world. She has been playing for a long time. She is a world champion shuffleboard player. She was Missy's teammate in the 2022 World Shuffleboard Championships, International Shuffleboard Association tournament up in Ingersoll, Canada. Shout out my peeps from Ingersoll. They have this like amazing facility. It's a hockey rink without any ice on it, of course, just like smooth cement. And I don't know, let's call it like 30 shuffleboard courts painted onto the cement. Really, really smooth. They put beads down. One of the most enjoyable shuffleboard playing experiences of my life, playing on those courts. Also amazing hospitality. That was a really fun special trip. But yeah, shout out George Henke. Your frozen, the namesake cocktail at the Royal Palms is quite delicious. Ooh, nice combo shot, yeah. Ends up with like a half hidden 7. I like it. Oh man, so assuming Abby can ride this win out, she will have won $150, and I think her first ever tournament win here at the Palms. We've been doing something new with our singles league that we just started. I think it's a really fun idea. We have an advanced bracket and we have a intermediate bracket. So anyone can play in the advanced bracket. So if you're a newer player and you want to play against like the best in Brooklyn and learn a lot really quickly, knowing you might not, win. Maybe you win one, maybe you don't win any. You might get trounced, who knows? But yeah, it's a fun learning experience. You could join that. But then if you have done well in a advanced bracket tournament, or if you have done well in our singles league, then you're not allowed to play in the intermediate tournament. So we are in the intermediate bracket. So it's like this really fun format where we have like a couple different groups of people playing against each other. It's really fun though, really great way to get good at shuffleboard really quickly. But I'm pretty sure this is will be Abby's first win in the NYSA stuff. All right, can't get the hammer, but she did gain 7. So we got 29.71. Yeah, so what else do I talk about? Hey, how about we do a little interview with Missy Keiko, the #1 female shuffleboard player in the world? Why don't you talk to these nice people right now? How's your winter break been going?
I think it's been great and restful. I needed a little break from all the shuffleboarding we've been doing.
That is 100% accurate. I really agree with that. We didn't have a league over the winter break, and whenever we have a break of like a month and a half or 2 months in the season, everyone comes back super refreshed, and there's all this like pent up shuffleboard energy. The league starts, everyone loses their mind, and then we have like the most fun banquet in the world. Also, if you're watching this, look into the Mirror Lake tournament down in St. Pete, Florida. It's like a 180-person shuffleboard tournament. We usually have 30 people from Brooklyn fly down there, 30 people from Chicago fly down there. Paul Assad on Ting Tang has won that thing once and got to the finals last year, back-to-back finalists. And yeah, it's just like people hanging out at the club till midnight, BYOBing, getting to know Chicago crew, getting to know the St. Pete League people. Shout out some of those St. Pete League people if you're on the call here. We love y'all. Missy, can you maybe tell the people a little bit about what, in your mind, makes the St. Pete tournament in March 2nd, I think it is, so special?
I think it's just the sheer amount of people that come out for it. It's a really great time to get to know each other outside of like your local space. I know I made a lot of friends from the Royal Palms by going down to this trip. And then not only do you meet like people from your own club, if you have a club that you call home, you meet other shuffleboarders who are just obsessed with the sport or who just want to have a good time in Florida in March.
Yeah, that's true. Like sometime in the league, you're hanging out with your people and you don't really like mix it up as much with other people that you see regularly but you don't know. But if you're traveling down there, yeah, it's more opportunity to like have fun with other shuffleboard nerds from Brooklyn. Congratulations, Abby. No score on the board there. Yeah, congratulations, Abby, for the win. Dominant win. She took an early lead. Amelia clawed back, got it to within, I don't know, whatever it was, 9 points at the turn. And then immediately Abby put her foot on the gas and just like ran away with it. Yeah, thank you so much. I think we're gonna do a little post-game interview, so we'll be back in a moment. All right, I am out here with Abby, who just won the entire tournament at $150. Congratulations, Abby. What do you think was key to your win on that one?
I think it's all about really keeping your cool even when things aren't going the way that you want them to. And so even after some really tough shots, I think just staying in the game, staying calm, and not getting in my head. Hell
yeah. And then when were you feeling confident in that match? Because you were up early, she kind of caught back, it was only 9 points at the turn. When did you feel like, all right, I'm playing really well, I got this?
I think when I switched to black, I felt a lot better about my game. I feel like I hit a lot more of my shots, and so I just felt a lot more confident on that side of the court.
Amazing, amazing. What do you want to say to all your fans on Team Body Yaddy Yaddy and Stranger Danger?
I love my teams. I love my teammates so much, and also just this community and all the people who showed up tonight to watch and who are watching online. Thanks for being great friends and just creating this beautiful space. I love you all.
Amazing. We're going to have one more question. So you just started playing in 2022. The fact that you beat someone who's been playing since 2016, Amelia is an amazing player. I think that's incredible. You've gotten really good really quickly. What would you recommend to other people in the league that have been maybe playing for like 1 to 3 seasons? They're pretty good, but they really want to like step up their game and win some cash money in our New York Shuffleboard Association League.
I think stick with it, have fun. I find that I learn the most when I'm having fun and playing matches with different people. And I think what helped me get better is definitely traveling to places like St. Pete and Chicago. I love all of our people there too. And I think it really just helps you to get more confident and comfortable with the game.
Yeah, amazing. I love it. Congratulations, Abby. Thank you so much for the interview. I'm so happy for you. Thank you for watching Brooklyn Shuffleboard. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.